Good evening, everyone. I'm Blanekenship, and for my second food presentation, I decided to do mine on Thai red curry, and the vegetable in my dish I really wanted to focus on was bamboo shoots. So as you can guess from the name, Thai red curry originates from Thailand, but it does take elements and a lot of inspiration from other countries. So like the way that vegetables and other ingredients in the dish are fried originates from China. There are some spices from India that are used, chili peppers that originate from Portugal, and so a lot of this has become mainstays in Thai cooking. So even though this is a mix of different cultures, it is a traditionally Thai dish using a lot of like local Thai herbs and spices. And so Thailand historically is one of the only southeastern Asian countries to avoid colonization. Because of this, a lot of their food was left unaltered by colonial influence. So I know with some Asian dishes that are really famous, because of that colonization, it's a lot of sort of fusion with the foods to where you could definitely see the influence from like a European nation that's been colonizing the country. So for my nutrient composition, I decided to just pull a recipe online that seemed pretty standard, and from it, one serving I found it to be around 649 calories, 51 grams of fat, 35 grams of protein, and 16 grams of carbs. So this is a little bit of a fatty dish. This could be explained due to one of the primary ingredients, which is actually coconut milk, just being very high in fat. So kind of relationship to health, talking about the bamboo shoots in it. So bamboo shoots do have a lot of like health benefits. So they're chock full of vitamins and minerals, a lot of important stuff to kind of help with digestive health. So improving your digestion, also increasing your appetite. So if any situation to where you're having a difficult time being able to eat and like stomach food down, bamboo can be used as something to eat that will help kind of promote that appetite and digestion. So the ingredients, again, using the same recipe I found online. You usually can use any kind of protein of choice, tofu, chicken, or beef. The red Thai curry I had used tofu, Thai red curry paste, coconut milk, as I mentioned earlier, fish sauce, and then vegetables of choice. So I kind of mentioned some ones that are traditionally used, so like peppers, onions, bamboo shoots. All right. So the agriculture of bamboo, there are many different kinds of like edible bamboo. It can be grown in all kinds of climate, but I know if you're in more tropical climates, they should be will not grow as tall as they typically do. But the edible part is the bamboo shoot. You can purchase this in cans. So if you go to your local Asian supermarket, you could buy bamboo shoots that are just canned. But if you do decide to grow bamboo shoots in your backyard, typically the shoots will kind of pop out and you'll just cut them off the plant and you'll peel off the outer layer. And so this leaves you the inner core, which you can use for food. So you can just eat it as is, cut it into chips, cut it into small, tiny strips to put in dishes. It's very versatile in how you want to use it. So preparing the dish. So typically you want to start, use the recipe that I've been mentioning throughout the presentation. You want to stir fry your vegetables. So peppers, onions, bamboo shoots. So I'd use it. After that, you're going to add your curry paste and coconut milk and bring it to a boil. This is really going to help get the flavors to permeate through the vegetables you have in there. And then you want to add your protein and you just want to wait till it's fully cooked. So if it's tofu, you just want to wait till it's up to whatever temperature you want it to be so it's not cold. If it's chicken, whatever the appropriate temperature it is for that. And then you can pair it with your rice of choice. It pairs very well with rice. All right, so tasting. So I got my curry from Chayo's, which, if you didn't know, is a local Thai restaurant that's found very close to campus. And so I have a picture of it. On the top, you can see the bamboo shoots. They're like coated in the like curry sauce, but they're like not clear, but very light colored. But overall, the dish I really enjoyed. It's very savory and spicy. It has that kind of like milky flavor from using the coconut milk in the dish, and it paired very well with the rice I had. So overall, I really enjoyed the dish a lot. Whenever I go to Thai restaurants, I typically stick to pad Thai or pad Ki Mao, stuff like that. And so this I thought was a good way for me to branch off and try a different Thai dish. So kind of comparing it, since it does have some of those Indian spices, it does have like a similar spice taste to Indian curry. Similar taste, not fully though, just because the coconut milk does kind of help change it up as well as like the peppers. And I don't really know if I've had a dish that I could say is comparable to it, just because it's a very unique flavor with having like the spice and the milkiness and the kind of like the sweetness of it all. But it does have some similar ingredients stuff I've eaten. So like tofu is like one I've try to incorporate a good bit. Some of the vegetables. Bamboo shoots is one I don't really have often, so it is kind of nice to be able to have bamboo shoots with the meal. All right. All right, so that was my presentation. Thank you for listening.